A man in a sharp suit is sprinting through a busy public park, shouting his daughter's name. He doesn't care who's watching. He doesn't care that he looks completely out of control. He just needs to reach her. That is how Runaway opens. Not with a slow build, not with backstory, just a father, Simon Greene, crashing through a crowd, reaching out for a young woman who is clearly trying to get away from him. The woman is Paige, his daughter. And when he finally grabs her arm, she pulls back hard and screams at him to let her go. The guy she is with, a rough-looking young man named Aaron, shoves Simon and tells him to back off. Simon punches Aaron in the face. Bystanders scatter. Someone nearby with a phone is filming every second of it. When the police arrive, Simon is the one who ends up in handcuffs because the video going around makes it look like a well-dressed man in a suit just attacked a homeless person in a park. It has already been posted online, 2 million views. His lawyer, Jessica Kinberg, comes to get him out, and she breaks it to him plainly. On the internet, seeing is believing, and right now, everyone sees a rich man beating someone up. Simon barely cares about any of that. All he can focus on is Paige. Here is what we learn quickly. Simon and his wife Ingrid are a successful, loving couple with 3 kids, Paige, Sam, and young Anya. Ingrid is a respected pediatric doctor. Simon works in finance. From the outside, they look like a perfect family. But Paige, their eldest daughter, has been sliding into addiction. 6 months ago, she came home for a visit, screamed at her mother, stole things from the house, and left with Aaron. Nobody has really seen her since. And here is the first thing you should watch closely. Every time Simon talks about Paige, there is something underneath the love. He is desperate to find her, yes, but there's also guilt. Something he is carrying that he has not said out loud yet. While Simon is dealing with the fallout of the park video, something far worse happens. Ingrid is shot. She gets caught in a shooting at a housing estate where Simon had gone looking for Paige and her boyfriend Aaron. She survives, barely, and ends up in the hospital fighting for her life. That shooting tears the family apart and sends Simon into a full spiral. He is now dealing with a viral video, a near-dead wife, a missing daughter, and a murdered boyfriend because Aaron's body turns up not long after. He was killed brutally, 3 fingers cut off, a message to someone. Simon partners up unofficially with Eleanor Ravenscroft, a retired detective who has her own reasons for being tangled up in this case. She is sharp, experienced, and not easily fooled. The 2 of them start pulling on threads. Detective Isaac Fagbenley is officially working the case, and he is not a fan of Simon getting involved, but Simon does not care about permission. And real quick, if you love TV shows that hide their biggest secrets in plain sight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We break down mind-bending thrillers every single week, and trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming in this one. Back to the investigation. Simon starts retracing Paige's steps. He goes back to her university, Lanford, and tracks down her old roommate, a girl named Katie. What Katie tells him flips everything Simon thought he knew. He always assumed Aaron was the bad influence who pulled Paige into drugs. But Katie says it was the other way around. Paige changed before the drugs. Something happened on campus that made her close off, stop talking to her friends, and eventually drive 4 hours alone, which she never did, to go find Aaron. Aaron did not come looking for Paige. Paige went looking for Aaron. That is a huge shift. Why would a college girl with a good life drive across the country to find a drug dealer she had never met? The answer starts to come into focus when Simon digs deeper into Paige's past and discovers she had been using a genealogy website, a DNA test. She had been searching for biological relatives. Because here is the thing, the show has been quietly building toward. Paige had been adopted as a baby. Simone and Ingrid are her parents, in every meaningful sense of the word. But biologically, she came from somewhere else. And somewhere along the way, at university, with access to the internet and a DNA kit, Paige found out that Aaron Corval was her half-brother. Let that land for a second. She did not go to Aaron because she was in love with him. She went because they shared a mother. And when she got there, Aaron, who had grown up knowing he was abandoned, bounced around, mistreated by his father, carrying rage his whole life, told her the truth about where they both came from. Their biological mother had been part of a religious group, a cult really, called the Illuminated Truth or the Illuminated Refuge. Ingrid, Simon's wife, had been involved with this group years before she ever met Simon. She got pregnant, had a baby, Aaron, and was told the baby was stillborn. It was a lie. The cult kept the child. Ingrid eventually escaped, went to a clinic, rebuilt her life, and never told anyone. Where she later had Paige and Paige needed to be adopted through that same clinic, the connection was buried. So Ingrid Greene is the biological mother of both Paige and Aaron. Aaron knew this. He had found out, and he was furious about it. He did not want a happy reunion. He wanted revenge, and the form his revenge took was pulling his newly discovered half-sister into addiction, keeping her close, keeping her dependent on him, and slowly destroying the life of the woman whom he believed had thrown him away. Meanwhile, there is a separate thread running through the entire series. Two hired killers, a man named Ash, and a woman called Dee Dee, who also goes by Holly, are working through a list of targets given to them by the Illuminated Truth. The cult has a reason to eliminate certain people who know too much or could expose them. Aaron was on that list, so were others. And as Simon gets closer to the truth, he and Elena start showing up on the cult's radar too. The cult is led by a man named Casper Vartage, who has been running the Illuminated Refuge for over 30 years. He has built a small, isolated world where he is the center of everything, but he is dying of cancer, and the walls are starting to close in on him. As the investigation heats up, the police get a tip that Paige was seen boarding a bus toward a town called Brackmere, and the Illuminated Refuge compound is a few miles from the bus stop on that route. She went there. She ended up locked in a shipping container on the compound, used as solitary confinement by the cult. Detective Fag Bentley leads a raid on the compound. Casper Vartage is found. He tries to take a pill to end his own life rather than go to prison. Fag Bentley physically fights him to stop it, and Casper is arrested. Paige is found in the container, alive, calling herself Eve, which is the name the cult gave her. Now here is where the final twist hits, and it is the moment that reframes the entire show. Simon sits with Paige after she is safe. She starts filling in the last missing piece. She explains that she came home from university after learning about Aaron, and she asked Ingrid directly, "Did you ever have a baby before me?" Ingrid said no. Paige did not believe her. She was already addicted by this point, and she went back to Aaron in a rage, feeling like her whole life was a lie. But then Simon notices something. He is going through old photos from when Ingrid was young, modeling photos, travel photos. And in the background of one of them, barely visible, is the symbol of the Illuminated Truth. Ingrid was there. She knows more than she ever said. And then Paige says something that stops everyone cold. She tells Simon that when Aaron died, when Aaron was murdered, it was not by a random person. It was not a gang killing. It was not a cult. It was Ingrid. Ingrid Greene killed Aaron Corver. She killed her own biological son. She found out who he was. She knew what he had done to Paige, and she did what she felt she had to do to protect her family. The night she was shot at the housing estate, she was there because she had already killed Aaron and was trying to cover her tracks. The shooting was not random. She was caught in the middle of the aftermath of her own crime. Simon and Paige sit in silence with this truth between them. Then Paige says it plainly. They cannot ever tell Ingrid that Aaron was her biological child. She will have to live the rest of her life not knowing she killed her own son. And if she ever found out, it would destroy her. The final scene is the Greene family gathered around a dinner table. Ingrid comes in from the kitchen, warm and smiling, grateful to be alive and home with her family. Simon and Paige exchange a look across the table, a look that holds the weight of a secret that will never be spoken out loud. Anya is laughing. Sam is complaining about the food. The family looks completely normal. And that is exactly the point. No more secrets, Simon had said. But the one secret that matters most, the one that would collapse everything, stays buried forever. So what do you think? Was Ingrid right to do what she did? Was Simon right to keep the truth from her? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. I genuinely want to hear where you land on this one. And if this kind of thriller is your thing, shows where the twist is hiding in the very first scene and you only see it at the very end, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We put out new recaps every single week, and there are plenty more where this came from. See you in the next one.